So, for our next topic, we're going to be talking about the gaming, and there's a new Blade Runner game that's coming out. And if you aren't familiar with the Blade Runner movies, in the first one, basically there's replicants, which are synthetic humans. They're like AIs essentially, and they look and feel like humans. So there's this company that develops them, the Tyrell Corporation. They build them, and obviously humans don't really see them as human, so they're kind of treated like shit. They do all the scummy jobs and stuff. They go off planets and they do like the grunt work, and obviously they're not too fond of that because they do start to develop. I don't know if they are started with or if they develop emotions and stuff, but they eventually mutiny. They do like a rebellion. So
That's coming in real life too. So
maybe
I mean,
we'll see.
it's where it's headed. Let's be honest.
Well, I think it depends. Like honestly, if obviously if we're careful with our designing an AI, and I don't know, it comes into a lot of moral questions, like how advanced is this AI? Is this AI like very similar to us? Because if the AI ends up being this very similar to us, then at that point they might have like human rights. You know what I'm saying? Like if they can think and feel for themselves at that point, I feel like it's wrong to have
Here's
them basically enslaved to do stuff.
here's my take on it.
Yeah.
It needs to be regulated.
Well, that's what Elon Musk is calling for.
And I agree with him 100%. It needs to be regulated, for one. And for two, we need to be very careful with what companies are allowed to develop AI. I don't think all companies should be able to just dive into it, because then it becomes, well, this company does this, so we're going to do this. And this
Yeah.
company does that, so we can't do that. We have to do something better. We have to advance it more and do this. So
I don't know. I think as long as if we're going to like through the regulatory route, as long as the company like obeys the regulations, like I'm fine with that. The question is are other countries' standards gonna be like good
that's what I'm
enough?
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like how do we put
I mean, honestly, it comes into question what our standards are too, because we don't know what like.
but how do we put a cap on it? Like, what can we do to make sure that it doesn't get to that point? You know what I mean? Like,
I think.
obviously we can't as one country tell another country you can't do something, but it's like
Well, I think
there's
it would be.
got
I think it would be an agreement between
well,
like.
I was gonna say there's got to be something that's created that every single country agrees on.
Yeah.
Like, something has to be done, and there's got to be some type of, I don't even know what to call it, because like nothing.
Well, it's very hard because I don't think we fully are able to comprehend like I guess it's very hard to gauge where you are at in the point of development of I feel like
Oh, definitely.
because you're using, I mean, a lot of people use machine learning and stuff, and they like they'll show images whatever to help the AI like learn what specific objects are and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, who knows if like the processing power becomes so great that they start having like emotions and stuff. Like I don't know how you prevent or even I don't even know how you construct that, if I'm being honest.
Well, there's already people who have broken it, basically. Like, there was, like, I saw a post, probably can't find it now, but and we're getting a little off topic. This was kind of my fault. I'm sorry, but there was this post that this guy got the AI to say that the AI wanted to meet him in person. Like he wishes he could meet him as a person.
Do you know what
So
AI
like
that was?
I want to say it was the Snapchat bot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's kind of like odd. Like if you're
Yeah.
already being able to kind of break it that way, like think about the people out there that do want to kind of do bad. They want bad things for us. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
people who don't care, who sit home all day behind a computer screen, and they just think, oh, well, I don't really care what happens. So let me try to get into this and create something that is evil. You know what I mean?
I mean,
So I
I
don't know.
think
I think things need to be regulated, but not only in the U.S. It needs to be worldwide, and there's got to be some type of corporation, or there's got to be some type of committee created.
yeah, committee. I would if we can. I mean, that would probably go through the UN, but I'm assuming.
It exactly like something's got to be done like that because again, it's a scary topic, and we can get into this some other time. Not
Yeah,
obviously, but something has to be done because if it doesn't, there's going to be really bad things that are going to happen. It's going to be, it's going to happen regardless
yeah.
if we can't regulate it.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't know the extent to which we can what level will AI reach like intelligence wise?
I don't think it'll ever stop. Um I guess the only thing we have to focus on is making sure that they don't ever think we're not um what's the word I'm thinking of, that we're not needed. What's the word?
I mean that's good enough. I
Yeah,
got
like
it.
they don't need us. We're not essential. You know what I mean? Humans aren't essential. We don't need humans. Wipe them out. We don't need them. That's kind of like essential. That's the word I'm thinking. We're not essential to them
Yeah, yeah.
when we have to make them realize that we are it. We are the top of the food chain. Like you
Well,
don't you don't get past
see,
us.
see, that's well, I don't know, because it depends on how developed they are. So, like, take these synthetic, uh, the replicants from Blade Runner. Like, obviously, they have emotions and stuff, and they're starting to like develop more human traits.
Hmm.
And like at that point, do we give them human rights? Because I don't know if like at that point are we truly above them or
We're just equal to them. And bro, we've seen this too many times. And again, not to get out too off topic, but we've seen it too many times. iRobot, the guy created the one robot that had feelings, and now the whole world's fucked. And then you have Terminator with you know what I mean? Terminator's a great movie, but it's not just it's not just about the robot. It's about what this system was created to do.
yeah,
Basically, was it Skynet? Skynet was
yeah.
created to automatically terminate, for lack of a better word, terminate any um
Well,
enemy.
was it initially meant for war purposes? I
So
actually
so
don't
basically,
remember.
it was like anybody or anything that tries to um basically any enemy that tries to break
Oh,
in to the
was it
to the system or whatever, you immediately kill them.
was it a defense system
Yeah,
for
it
the
was a defense
U.S.?
system. It was a
Okay.
defense system. So basically, then that happened. They got too powerful. So then the humans were like, "Okay, Skynet, you need to stop because you're getting too powerful." And then they were like, "Ha! Now you're the enemy. Now we're coming to shit on you."
Yeah.
So that
You know,
see, you've seen it
you,
too many times.
you know what's funny that you mentioned that. I watched I watched a video about how they were training this AI to for like military operations,
Hmm.
and they were training it to fly drones and stuff. And they would give it a target, and if it blew up the target in the simulation, it got like a reward or whatever. for
Hmm.
doing it. Now, they instituted a control tower, which was supposed to like tell what targets it was supposed to shoot. And if the control tower told the AI not to shoot a target, it would refuse the order.
Of
So
course.
the control tower. So what happened? I kept progressing until the AI was like, "I'm gonna shoot the control tower." Like blew up the control tower, and then started going back to bombing targets and stuff.
Of course it did. That's what I'm saying. Why wouldn't it? It's too smart.
Yeah.
Bro, like it's so like I said, we need to have probably a whole section, like a whole podcast on AI. Like we should honestly do that. But I'm worried about the direction because when you have people that are very powerful and they're very knowledgeable, like people like Elon Musk and Bill Gates and all these top
Well,
elites.
they think nothing's gonna go wrong.
Well, Elon Musk does. Elon Musk is like,
Yeah, yeah.
you need to regulate this now. Like this should have already been regulated. Like um when you have those people saying things like that, you kind of have to look at it and be like, "Oh,
Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting because like a whole bunch of there was like an agreement between a bunch of companies to basically halt the process of developing the AI chatbots. I'm not entirely sure what that's about, but it does seem kind of weird.
it is weird." Like why? Especially when they're at the biggest. They're at the biggest that they're going to be for a while and they're like, we need to slow down." And they know why. It's getting scary. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me just share this one last story before we get into this. So I don't know how true this is. I never did the research, but apparently Facebook had two bots, and I forget their names, but apparently they had them um, chatting. They were allowing them to chat together, and
Okay. I
to
think I
ch-
know what you're talking about,
to
but I'm not
chat
sure.
more quickly and more efficiently. They created their own language and
I see.
Facebook couldn't decipher what they were saying, so they had to shut them down. They literally had to shut them down. And this is like before AI was ever even like these were just chat bots.
Yeah.
And like this was long before. I mean, obviously AR has been or AI has been, on the scene for a long time, but I'm
Yeah.
talking this is long before like anybody like Chat GPT and everything it was ever even heard of. Like this was literally just two bots chatting. And like I said, this could be false. This could be just a story that is complete bullshit. But so these two they were literally chatting in English and then decided, well, this isn't very efficient. So let's create our own language to chat faster and more efficiently. And they did, and they couldn't decipher it. So they were like, okay, we gotta shut this shit down now before something crazy happens. So like
Yeah.
think about that. Like this was like years ago too. So like think about if what Chat GPT and everything is capable of now. Oh my god.
I think I remember hearing about that. I don't know if that's actually real or not.
Yeah, I don't know if it's real either, but when I read it at the time, I'm like, because like I said, this was years ago when I read it. I'm like, yo, that's weird.
Yeah.
Like they literally had to shut it down. That's tough.
All right. Anyways, so
Back to gaming.
the Blade Runner thing. Anyways, the Tyrell Company Corporation started making synthetic people. They gained intelligence slash emotions, and they realized their conditions were dog shit, and they mutinied. Basically, rebellion on whatever planet that they were on at the time. So after that happened, replicants were banned off of Earth, and there was like a police force that was basically sent out to shut down the remaining replicants. So that's the background for that. Let me pull up this trailer. Seems interesting. There's not really that much though, so let's pull this up. Yeah, volume's good.
Lots of people lost things in the blackout. I was lucky. I just lost a job. But now, they want me back. Picking through the pieces. Being someone else. In places that no longer exist. That's where you'll find me. Searching. In the land of the dead.
Blade Runner 2033 Labyrinth. It's gonna be called.
Pretty sick, actually. That looks pretty dope.
Yeah, seems interesting. I saw the tag was LAPD, so you are potentially playing a police officer. Maybe you're hunting down the synthetics. And yeah. So this apparently, since it's 2033, this is actually before
The movie,
the newest movie that came out with Ryan Gosling, which was pretty fire. Definitely recommend. Literally me. there's memes about that movie, like the literally me character.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of a slower movie, but I feel like it's a really like it develops really well.
Yeah, I haven't
like
seen
the build,
it. I
like the
have to
build
watch
up's
it.
pretty good. Dave Bautista's in it,
Oh, that's sick.
and he's only in the beginning, but he really shows his acting skills. Like he's actually really good. He's a replicant in the movie, and I guess spoiler alert, Ryan Gosling is there to basically get rid of him because he's a replicant.
Shout out that dude though. I loved
Yeah.
him in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the
movies.
Galaxy.
Yeah, he kills that role, dude.
The third one hasn't come out yet, has it? Volume 3?
No,
I don't know if it's come out yet.
I don't know. Now that you say that, I don't know. No, it hasn't. No, because
It hasn't.
they were in Thor: Love and Thunder, but I don't think it's released yet.
Okay. But one of my favorite Marvel movies is the Guardians of the Galaxy. Marvel, I swear to God, if you fuck this up, I think James Gunn is directing it again anyways, so I trust James Gunn. He's done good work with the Guardians so far, so yeah, I believe it's gonna be pretty good. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or maybe that was just a trailer. Oh, I kind of want to look it up right now. But...
I can look it up real quick.
Okay. All right. But yeah. I mean, it seems like you're going to be a detective in this game, and I like detective games. I still need to finish.
Well, it did release.
Oh, it did.
It released April of 2023, so a few months ago.
Okay. I thought it did release because like everyone was talking about that rocket scene.
Yep, so it did release. Wow. I still have to watch it. I've been lacking on my movie game. I'm not even gonna lie. I used to be a movie fiend.
Yeah. I don't really watch movies too much. My dad buys a shit ton of them on Vudu, so
I'm lacking, bro. I'm lacking. My last good movie year was probably like 2020, probably, like COVID. And all I could do was watch movies.
Watch movies. Couldn't go anywhere.
I couldn't do anything but watch movies. But I tell you what, before that, movie fiend. Yeah.
Movie fiend. Have you ever played, or do you know of Detroit Become Human or no?
Yeah. I've never played it, but yes, I have. I'm very familiar with it.
I gotta finish it. I've played it a little bit. I've never finished it. It seems really good. I think it got really good reviews. I wonder if this Blade Runner game is actually going to be similar to it. Because if you guys don't know, Detroit Become Human, you play a synthetic person, AI person, and you play a different couple, a few different people you play, and you basically go through their storyline and stuff. And one of them is a cop who, in the very first thing, you have to deal with another replicant freaking out. But I wonder if it's going to be like that. Like you're going to be a replicant cop hunting down other replicants again, maybe. Yeah. So seems very interesting. Do we have a release date though? Is there coming to PC, console, wishlist now on Steam? Okay. I don't see a release date, so oh well. If you want to go check it out on Steam, yeah, you can put it on your wish list. I'll drop the link for the Steam in the description. All right, let's move on to the next game. I'll click on the article, but there's also an official release date trailer. So this is the game that you were talking about, the Subnautica-like game.
Yeah.
So this says the hottest new survival game on Steam has big Subnautica energy, except you're scavenging the sky instead of the sea. So I'm assuming this image credit is from Far From Home. I believe that is the company. They have a Kickstarter. I'll drop the Kickstarter link. We can talk about the Kickstarter in a second, but this is recently released and is currently doing very well on Steam. I don't think oh wait, it released? Yeah. I thought it was just on beta.
Well, it is on beta.
Oh, okay.
It's still in beta.
Okay, so it's still in beta. I was gonna say because there's this official release date.
Yeah,
right here.
It's on beta. It's in beta. It's still not completely released.
Interesting. Okay, well we'll get into that official release. So it is a post-apocalyptic game. This says a toxic dust cloud has spread across the entire planet and made the surface unlivable. So you need to build a home base in the skies to stay alive and afloat. It kind of, I know it's not like this, but have you've played not Borderlands, BioShock, yeah. The third one, where you're in the skies and stuff. That was pretty interesting, but I doubt it's gonna be steampunk like it was in that game, but that's just kind of what it reminds me of. Anyways, so yeah, you're in the sky trying to survive on a planet that's basically dead. It's on Earth, so yeah, so post-apocalyptic version of Earth. Surprised we didn't make it out yet if we're floating in the sky.
Literally. You got to make a blimp, bro, so you're just floating around.
Yeah. So you scavenge for food and resources, research and build new tools, and untangle the mystery of what happened here. So I guess that you find out what caused the.
So this is very much like Subnautica.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Very interesting. We can move on to the actual release trailer.
Sweet.
It is $30 early access on Steam for $30. Is it still an early access?
Not bad.
Can you pull it up on Steam?
Yeah.
Let me turn up the volume. I'll turn down the volume here. And this is the official release date trailer. Should I play it or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait.
No, go ahead.
There will be no other end of the world. Oh. Okay. It skipped for a second. Wait. That looks so familiar. The UI here looks a lot like the UI in Subnautica. Does it not? I feel like it does. You see it?
Oh yeah, it does a lot.
This isn't the same company, is it? I don't think it is.
No, I don't think so. It definitely would have been called like Subnautica Sky or something.
Well, could it be Subnautica? 'Cause
I know.
interesting building. So it looks like a movable base.
Mm-hmm.
Venture beneath the toxic dust, so you actually can go down below.
I'm guessing you're gonna have to craft like some type of suit that you're allowed to.
Yeah, small oxygen tank.
Mhm.
So you just use an oxygen tank.
Warning, oxygen
Oh,
levels.
don't die. You're griefing. Okay. Interesting weapon. So I wonder if. So I know in Subnautica they kind of like don't want you to kill the wildlife and stuff. At least in the first game, they make it very awkward to kill the sea life there.
Right.
And there's not even like death animations if you kill things.
That's wild.
I don't know if they added it for the new one, but I know if you killed one of like the sawtooth guys, like they just floated, like they just stopped moving and just floated. There was like no death animation or anything. Obviously, there's like a death animation for the. Well, is there a death animation? I don't know. You can tell when the fishes are dead, though. The regular fishes.
This says early access game.
So it's still in early access.
Yeah, still in early access.
Okay.
Right now on Steam it's $23.99.
Oh, for the summer sale?
Yep.
When is the summer sale end?
Offer ends July 13th.
13th. What is it, the 10th? Yeah, it's the 10th.
Yeah. Actually, you can buy it cheaper, $21.59 if you buy the bundle.
What's in the bundle?
Earth and air. You get 2 items. Let's see.
Wait, it's cheaper in the bundle?
Yeah.
Should I bring up the bundle for Steam or no?
It's hold on. Wait, what? You get Green Hell and Forever Skies.
Did they make Green Hell?
I guess so.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, we already have it, so it's kind of
that's a weird. But yeah, that's what's in the bundle. Green Hell.
I'll
Earth
look up
and
the
Air survival bundle.
I'll look up the company afterwards. But
Alright, but yeah, it's still in early access. So
okay, let's go back to the trailer. It's Harpoon.
that's pretty sweet.
Oh, you can scan the stuff too.
Bro, this is just like Subnautica.
Yeah, the UI looks the same.
It's
Is this
literally-
not the same company?
I don't know.
Interesting. Spooky bugs.
What's at the
Forever
bottom?
Skies.
Far From Home.
That's the company. Far From Home is the company. Looks pretty interesting. I mean, fuck, I might get it right now.
I know.
Honestly.
I'm thinking about getting it too.
But yeah, I really like Subnautica. This gives heavy Subnautica vibes. If you haven't played Subnautica, I prefer the first one because it's more of a like psychological horror game / survival. the second one doesn't really give you the same feel, which kind of was a little disappointing for me, if I'm being honest. I was not scared at all when I was playing Subnautica 2.
I'm
It's
gonna
like,
be honest. There was a few points where I wasn't necessarily scared, but I was like, I don't know. It gives you that kind of like, ooh. But yeah, I agree.
yeah. If you venture out to their like death zone, apparently it's just like bigger creatures of ones that you see before. You know how in
Yeah.
the original one there's like these big ghost leviathans that came
Mhm.
out? Like, I wish they did a different enemy or something.
Yeah.
Something sick. Oh well. I still like the second one. I think the building. So if you're big into crafting and stuff, or building bases, building in the second one is definitely way better. I would, if you want to build, that's the game to play. But if you want more psychological horror stuff, yeah, play the first Subnautica. It's really good. I really like it.
I think the story in one is better as well.
Yeah, the first one, because you have no idea what's going on, and
Yeah.
you're trying to, I guess spoils. I don't know how long ago it came out. Did it come out in like 2016 or 2017? I
Yeah,
don't know.
it was a long time ago.
You basically have to find a cure to the disease that you get. You get it very early on. I won't say anything besides that. You get a disease very early in the game, and yeah, so your whole point is to cure yourself and get off the planet.
Yeah.
But the world is very interesting and very creepy in some locations, and yeah. So I hope, I don't know if I hope the same thing for this, but it kind of seemed like it with like the ominous sounds, and especially with like the weird screech at the end.
Yeah. Yep.
So
I wouldn't be
Honest-
surprised if it was the same company.
yeah. I'll just look it up real quick. They're called Far From Home.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me just go to Steam. That's easier. This is the only company or game that they have released on Steam. Is Green Hell? No, they're two different publishers. They must have just agreed to do a bundle together.
I guess so. And they wanted to make it. Why is yours so expensive?
36%
Mine was
off.
21.
I don't know. This is the bundle.
Yeah, my bundle was only $21.
Crazy. I don't know. I don't know why it's so expensive. Oh well. If you haven't played Green Hell, I mean, Green Hell's alright. It's not. I mean, I liked it. It's interesting, but I don't know.
Well, we fucked up.
I wanna-
bad ending. So
Yeah, I want to give it a strong recommendation. If I'm being honest.
I would say it was like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, something about like that. The crafting is interesting. The like deadliness of your environment is interesting because you can get like bites and scratches and like leeches on you, infections,
Mm-hmm.
and a bunch of other stuff. You can break your legs and arms or whatever. You can fix them. So that mechanically was pretty good, but other than that, I feel like the story was kind of
Yeah.
Even if you get the good ending, it's
still,
like it's still So that's all I gotta say about that. Let me show the Kickstarter. So it's already fully funded. Okay. 1,633 backers already pledged. This is in euros. I'll just say in euros then. Pledged 59,166 euros for this game. Decent amount of cash there. And their goal was only 20,000 euros.
so they're
They're-
overfunded.
They are like way over. well, I don't really want to say overfunded, because the thing about funding companies like this, like they're probably gonna add stuff that are like extra things in due to the amount of money that it's gotten. So
It's done very well too. Like a lot of people, I've heard great things about it. So
yeah, I think this is the case for the new game Hollow Knight, the Silk Song. So Hollow Knight was completely funded through, I don't know if it was Kickstarter or what, but it was crowdfunded for. And then their second game, Silk Song, has been like, I think it reached like way over the limit. And obviously they want to make more content to fit the amount of money that they're getting from this. There's also another game that I can't, it's like Plague something. It's similar to Hollow Knight. Looks really interesting. So if you want like more stuff into these type of games, I would, if you want to, you can pledge money to it. But yeah, I mean, maybe they'll work on a DLC if you.
yeah, exactly.
So you never know. I mean, also this company could just say
See,
fuck you.
That's the whole idea. That's the whole idea of like buying in-game content, is to support the creators. So
Yeah.
hopefully they have some good skins or something you can buy. If you want to help out that way, you'll get something out of it. Some good cosmetics.
Well, I don't necessarily like, not for this anyways, for these type of games. Like, I mean,
because it is a little bit harder because you can only use them until the end of the game. So, but if they drop DLCs and stuff, then you can use them then too.
Well, I would just hope that it's just paid for like the DLC, if I'm being honest. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think it really works for these games, and I don't want like companies like this to actually get involved with a lot of the like skin stuff that companies do not, like big companies do nowadays, like Respawn. Because then they spend all their time making skins
instead
and
of
none
making
of their
the game better.
instead of making the game better. So
That's true. That's a whole nother topic we can get into.
Yeah. Anyways, so if you want to show your support, I'll drop the link down below. I'll probably buy the game. I'm not sure if I'll pledge money to this. I'm not sure. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Should I read through the additional rewards or what?
Sure.
Oh, you do get a skin pack though if you support.
Look at that. See what I'm saying?
Oh, so there's different tiers. The Explorer. I'll just read like the big.
Yeah, I was gonna say definitely don't read them all.
Oh, okay, all right. No, all right. The Memorialized 500. Holy feminine. I'll just read the bottom two. Okay, right. 50 and then 500. Okay, so the Scientist, the Explorer reward tier, plus Founder's animated airship artifact, plus voting on design. Digital copy of Forever Skies on PC, including Steam Early Access. So you get the game. So that's cool. If you are one of the founders, you get the game, which is pretty good. Well, for a $50 tier. I'm assuming this is... I think it's for all of them that you get the game. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Yep. You get the game for all of them. So that's sick. Anyways. First to play access, get early access, but I guess...
Now
it's
up, so...
Well, you might not be able to play it. If it's still in early access, you might be able to purchase it, but you might not be able to play it. I don't know if that's the case. So we might not be able to play it even though it is in early access.
Yeah.
You get the Founder's Airship skin pack. So there's your skins. Your name in the game's credits. That's pretty cool.
Pretty sick, actually. That's dope.
PC and mobile wallpaper pack. I like that. I like the artwork for this, so this would actually be really cool. Kickstarter exclusive backer title, Founder on Discord. There you go. Another Discord thing. Access to exclusive Discord backer channel. A thank you note from the Far From Home team. Forever Skies digital OST. So the OST is just like in-game music and stuff, if you're not familiar with that. You get a digital art book. Interesting. You get voting on design for the... Well, you you get the Founders Airship artifact, and you also get to vote on the design. You get the Founders Airship poster and get to vote on the design, and you also get the Founders Animated Airship artifact plus voting on design. So there you go.
That's crazy.
Oh, can you even pledge anymore? I don't even know if you can pledge anymore. It's blocked out. Interesting. Well, you might not even be able to pledge anymore, so I'm not sure.
Still try anyway.
You can still try if you want to anyways. Let's see. So the 500 one, let's look at the extra. Photo of your face gets turned into environmental art.
That's sick.
That is very interesting. That's pretty cool. Three people are gonna have their face. Oh, okay, so limited quantity. None are left, so they only had 3.
Tough.
Rip. Damn, so those 3 dudes fucking got it real quick. But this one doesn't say limited. So I don't know if you can still pledge or not, but there you go. There's their Kickstarter. Yeah. We can move on to the next game that I thought was interesting. The space one.
Alright.
Boundary. So this is a look at one of their in-game classes. I'm assuming it's going to be like Rainbow Six Siege, where you have like different classes and stuff that have like different abilities and whatever.
Yeah.
This is Firearms Expert Orlin. Any gun, any map, any mode. He's your guy if you want to eliminate enemies left, right, and center. Jump into Boundary now to try Orlin out in the 0G battlefield. So this is a FPS shooter. Or I guess I don't have to say FPS shooter. It's an FPS game. It's in space. Has interesting mechanics. I wish more FPS games would try out different mechanics, because I feel like a lot of games are starting to get too heavily involved with specific game modes. So Call of Duty started doing the Battle Royale stuff because Fortnite became popular, and Apex also got popular because of the whole Battle Royale stuff. I need like more variation in my FPS. I don't know how much more stuff you can add to like the FPS genre, but I wish companies would start experimenting and making some more quality stuff, because I don't want to say this for all games, but it seems like specifically the FPS genre as a whole has been like falling off.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's like the same stuff, sadly fucking Respawn bastards canceled my Titanfall 3, because I really liked the Titanfall mechanics a lot. Well, I don't know if they canceled it, but they have put it down since they picked up Apex Legends.
Well, Apex, I don't think they expected to be as successful as it was, so.
Well, supposedly I saw a tweet that said they were like discussing, they were in talks about Titanfall 3 and completely shut it down like after a month of talks about like Apex. So I don't know if that project's ever gonna fucking happen, but you know, whatever. Sucks because I was fucking good at Titanfall 2. Oh well. I 100%ed that game. I loved it so much. They added a campaign to the second one. It was pretty fun. Anyways, I do wish more FPS games started doing interesting mechanics like these. So we'll play this little trailer of this character anyways.
I just want to say that finger's way too small, bro.
Well, they're wearing like actual astronaut
I don't
suits.
care. It's too small. That was so disproportionate from the rest of the hand.
Yeah. It's weird because you're looking at this character as like from the outside. You don't see like how it's shown in the first person.
Right.
So you fly around like this. You don't hear any of the shooting or anything. Well, you do hear a little bit. Oh, they do show FPS a little bit. So you use like grapples and thrusters to move around, it seems like.
This looks cool. This looks cool.
So yeah, so they have like the astronaut thrusters. So you use these thrusters to move. And then there's also a grappling. Right. Or is it right there?
Mm-hmm.
So he grapples and swings around. Pretty sick. Interesting.
It comes out of his thruster, it looks like.
I think it's just coming out of his hand.
Oh, is
like
it?
He's got like something like shooting out. I don't know what it is. Got a map. Got your health HUD right here. That's his grapple. So X right there is the X grapple. Not entirely sure what this is. Must be an ability of some sort.
That might be the grapple, yeah. Let's see if it goes down once his grapple goes away.
Well, I think the X is the grapple because
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm not sure what this is.
Could be like a grenade or something.
Yeah. But pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be because you'll hear like muffled sounds. Obviously, if you're in space, you're not gonna hear like anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems pretty interesting. Should I click on their Twitter and see if there's anything else here? Got the pinned tweet. That's an interesting little location. Showing like the inside of the station, I guess. There's a map. They're showcasing a map.
Earth forces have discovered our plan. Time is running out.
We need to locate their control device and manually activate its detonation sequence.
We must ensure that only forces
Are they blowing up the asteroid?
I guess so. I don't know. Either
So
that
what,
or
was this Armageddon or what?
they put some boosters on an asteroid and are sending it toward the planet.
There it is. Why would they put the explosives on the back end of the of the asteroid? I mean, I guess as long as it's shattered, I guess.
Right.
Oh, so what? What's the map? Is it this area is the map? It says
I have
Dusty,
no
so
idea.
I'm not sure.
Dusty, rusty, musty, crusty.
Sorry, my computer just froze up for a second. Interesting maps. Oh, this is part of the... So this is actually in the station. I'm assuming you can go out and around this entire thing because we saw people swing through.
Yeah.
So there's like... So it looks like there's interior where you can go and also
And,
exterior.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What, do I have magnetic boots on or something?
I guess so.
Oof. So they have what is it called? Domination game mode. Okay, so that's what I was wondering. So the guns actually shoot you backwards.
That makes
propel you-
sense.
So
They should.
yeah, look, he's flying. Look at him. I wasn't sure if they were gonna add that in the mechanics, but
Whoever's playing this doesn't know what the hell they're doing.
well, they're just doing testing. Landing?
So I'm guessing when it says landable, you're somewhere where you can walk.
Oh, okay. So, ugh, okay, I'm not gonna lie. that's gonna like fuck me up. Like if I'm playing and I'm like angled like this is gonna make me sick.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the visual of that. Ugh, yeah. Very interesting though. So he's flying right now. So I think if you land, you're like magnetically connected. Yeah. So double tap W to keep airborne. W or space to keep airborne. So that's cool. You can detach and reattach to the ground anytime you want.
Yeah, that's cool.
Helmet kill, triple kill. Oh my god, this guy's goated.
Better
Quadra
killing
kill.
bots.
So, very interesting, I have to say. We don't have to go any more on this, I don't think, but
Yeah, it looks like a good game.
has potential for sure.
I was gonna say it has potential. I don't know about good, but it definitely has potential. Hopefully, a lot of people like it and they continue to develop it. It definitely needs work. You can tell it needs work, but
Yeah, I don't know if I could actually play this game because I get motion sickness when I'm
tough.
playing like games where you're floating around and shit. Because I played what was it called? Outer Wilds, not Outer Worlds. Okay.
Outer Wilds, yeah.
Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds is a space exploration game. I guess that doesn't really narrow it down. It's like a puzzle game. You're aliens on like these this planet, and you're supposed to explore your solar system, and you have to figure out how to save your planet from getting annihilated by your exploding star that's in your solar system.
Sheesh.
So it's a very interesting puzzle game. It has good space mechanics, but there's scenes where you're like in a space station and the space station will be rotating one way and you'll be rotating another way because you're in like 0G, and that shit like makes me super
Dude, I never
sick.
used to get motion sickness, but I feel like I do now.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Don't know what more recently.
There's, I don't know, like video games and stuff. Like I never used to get like that, but like sometimes for what game was I playing that I did get really bad motion sickness? I can't even remember. But like I remember just like my stomach started turning. I don't remember what it was though. Oh no, it was the one space game we played.
What one space game?
We just recently played it. It was
Was it with me?
yeah, I played it with you.
I do not recall. You gotta refresh my memory. What was it?
Why can I not think of what this is called?
It was a space game?
Yeah.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Bro, it was recently. It was like 2 or 3 months ago.
2 or 3 months ago. Was it on Steam? I've gotta check my Steam now. Oh my goodness.
No Man's Sky.
Alright.
It was No Man's Sky.
Oh, No Man's Sky. We never played that together though.
I mean, we kind of did.
We played at the same time next to each other.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say next to each other. We weren't in the same fucking room. We were in the same Discord.
We kind of played it together.
All right. So we're going to move to the next thing, and we're looking at the Microsoft merger with Activision. Now, apparently, the FTC, which is the Federal Trade Commission, if you don't know, they're in charge of regulating dealings between companies and stuff. And one of their primary things they need to do is prevent monopolies and stuff having a stranglehold on certain markets from happening. You know, that's what they're supposed to be able to do. But apparently a federal judge in California decided that it was wrong for the FTC to shut down the merger between Activision and Microsoft. So if we go to this, Microsoft wins. Okay, hasn't been completely won yet. I just want to make that clear. They can still make an appeal. Federal judge has denied the FTC's preliminary injunction allowing Microsoft to acquire Activision Blizzard in the US. This still leaves the UK CMA. I'm assuming that's similar to the FTC in the UK, blocked to get through to close the deal worldwide. So if this happens, it's pretty big. I mean, you can already see all these games that are potentially going to be acquired by Microsoft and could potentially be made as exclusives.
That's wild.
Yeah. The console wars are still ongoing.
Diablo. That looks like Revenant from Apex.
A little bit with the red cloak. But so Overwatch, which is a dying game anyways. Diablo's definitely one of the bigger games that they're gonna be acquiring.
Call of Duty, dying game.
Yeah.
Warcraft, dying game.
Well, I mean, it still has a ton of people still play that game.
Candy Crush, mobile game.
Yeah, and StarCraft. I'm not really familiar with StarCraft.
It's probably garbage.
But I'm wondering what this will mean for if this goes through all the way. We'll look at an article here in a second. Actually, let me move it over. Where this could still potentially not go through, but I wonder what this would mean for the management of these games if this were to actually go through. Maybe it'll be better for the games, maybe it'll be worse. I'm not sure. Any thoughts on that? Or
I mean, I'm just trying to think because it's like they're acquiring the company as a whole, or the companies as a whole. So like, wouldn't they just keep pretty much everybody in the same position?
What do you mean?
Like they're acquiring Activision, for example. Yeah. So
well, they might get rid of
the same developers, and
I mean they could also fire some. They could. I'm not entirely certain. I mean, obviously, well, usually with mergers like this, the CEO of the other company will like have a part in the actual merge company, so they'll have some place on Microsoft.
Right, and that's kind of what I'm saying. So I don't think a lot of changes will be made. I think the thing that you have to remember too is Call of Duty, the Call of Duty franchise is like branched between, is it like 3 or 4 different? So there's like Activision, and then there's Treyarch.
Yeah, Treyarch's one.
And then there's one more, and I don't remember what it is, but there's
Infinity Ward.
Infinity Ward, that's exactly what it is. That's who made MW2. So like, I guess they're only acquiring one game every 3 years or whatever the case is for Call of Duty. So I mean, let's be honest, Call of Duty is not what Call of Duty used to be. Obviously, it has changed a lot. And now it's just BR.
Oh, Treyarch. Wait, Treyarch isn't included in this? Okay. No, I was thinking of Infinity Ward. I don't know.
No, Infinity Ward is there too.
Infinity Ward's too.
Oh, never mind. I was wrong. So if they're okay, now I see why it's a big deal. Okay, so they're also acquiring all of those. So yeah, they're gonna literally be getting the entire Call of Duty franchise. That's kind of nuts. Now I see why it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no more Call of Duty for PlayStation, but does PlayStation even really care? I mean, PlayStation,
they have so many exclusives, it doesn't even matter.
The thing about the PlayStation exclusives, though, a lot of them are, single player games, like Spider-Man, God of War. Now, those are amazing games. I guess God of War is slowly making the move to PC because the God of War 2018 is on PC now, and a couple of the Spider-Man games are. I guess PlayStation just has the first dibs on it, games that are released on it.
So, the Diablo, I mean, I think it's big. I don't know. If you look at what PlayStation has done for their exclusives, it's
Yeah.
pretty huge. Like, they just have so many good exclusives, and Xbox really can't keep up.
Yeah.
And it's been like that
Sadly.
for years. It's been like that for years. I mean,
Yeah.
PlayStation has been the leading console for, I would say, probably PS4.
Yeah, which sucks because I feel like Xbox 100% has the better UI.
Oh,
Like,
I mean, I completely agree, but there are people that completely disagree with that also. Some
I don't
people
like
love the PlayStation UI. I hate it.
I hate it so much. I hate
It's
the
so
party
garbage.
system.
Yeah,
I think they changed it though. It's just so weird to me. Like on Xbox, like everything I feel like is so
you know what kind of I think made people make the switch though was the free online gameplay.
for what? Oh, for yeah.
Yeah,
But then
like
PlayStation started doing
yeah,
subscriptions
then they
too.
did. Then they started doing PS Network, but
Yeah.
I remember because I had
That was
the
back in the PS3 days
yeah,
though.
I had the Xbox 360 and a PS3, and I
Yeah.
remember like I had Xbox Live, and I remember my parents being like pissed because they had to pay for the Xbox Live.
Yeah.
So, but I remember getting on the PS3 and I was like, I thought I was gonna have to pay for that too, and then I got onto like I think it was Call of Duty. I got on and I played that shit for free, and I'm like, okay, I see
Yeah.
you. So like I know people definitely made the switch because they didn't have to pay for it, but I'm pretty sure when the PS4 came out, that's when they started doing subscriptions.
I don't know if it was immediately when the PlayStation 4 came out, but it was during
Yeah, it's definitely during the PS4 era.
yeah.
But the PS4 has been out for God 2000.
It's been out for a while.
I don't even know, 10 years now probably.
10 years? No. Not
No?
10 years. Oh my god, you're gonna make me look this up.
Well, the PS5's already been out for like 3.
Oh, I spelled it right. 4.
There's still $400.
Release date. Oh my god. It has just about I don't know, it hasn't been exactly not exactly. It's been a little bit over 10 years. That is insane.
Dude, I that's what I'm saying. I told you it's been that long.
Holy shit. That makes me feel like super old now. Not even gonna lie.
I told you, bro, 10 years. Because think about it, like a console releases what, every 6 to 8 years? Like every 6
Something
years.
like that.
Every 6 years. But I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty sure Xbox announced that their next Xbox is going to be coming way sooner than everybody expects.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna come up with a better name.
I know, dude. Don't even get me started with that, bro.
I like how they're just adding like it's Xbox Series X, Xbox One, I don't know.
One X, Xbox Series X, wait, what's the other one? The other, like the white one now is like the Xbox One S.
Oh yeah, One S. Yeah.
People were
And then
buying
the Xbox Series One S.
yeah, Series One S, but people were buying like the old one, thinking it was the one, and
Yeah.
they're
They
like,
need
how do we boost sales on both?
They need to come up with a different naming system.
I know
They-
it's garbage.
their project names, I can't remember them right now. Their project names were pretty sick.
Bro, let's just be completely honest. PlayStation just did it right. Like, why not just go like like it went from the 360 to
Yeah.
the Xbox One.
Well, it went from Xbox to Xbox
Well, yeah,
360.
Xbox,
and then
Xbox 360, Xbox One.
Xbox. Yeah.
Like, you should have done the Xbox 580, bro, or 720.
720. That's what people were calling it. If you don't remember
the
that.
720. Yeah, I remember they used to do like
Xbox
fake
7.
mock pictures. It was like this
Yeah.
globe. It was literally like a globe.
Oh
that, like,
yeah, the
glowed in
globe.
dark.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
that, bro, if they would have done that, like, that concept would have been so sick, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you remember, like, on the Xbox 360 when the ball would, like, light up and then it would, like, do the fucking...
Yeah.
Dude, if they did that with like a globe and, like, the button was on top and it just, like, when it started up, it, like, dude, come
Lit
on
up,
now.
yeah.
Tell me that wouldn't be crazy.
It would be pretty sick.
Dude, tell me people wouldn't buy that
probably
just
do
for...
it now.
Dude, tell me people wouldn't buy that just for the aesthetic.
You could do like LED shit in there too. Like
I
have
know.
like a light show with it.
Bro, think about like all the PCs and shit now, like how people have to have like all the best lights on the inside and stuff, bro. Dude, I'm telling you, that would sell like crazy. People would love that.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be nuts if that's the next Xbox release. The Xbox.
What if they called that one the Xbox 720?
Yeah, that'd be nuts, dude. That'd be nuts.
Uh,
Google that right now. Xbox 720 concept.
Okay.
I remember
Xbox.
I remember looking at this when I was younger, telling people that this was actually going to be the next Xbox and shit. I'm like, look.
They added this fucking
I'm like, look, this is it.
Oh, that right there.
I remember I was like capping my ass off. I'm like, it's confirmed. It's confirmed.
This one?
No, it's different.
That's an interesting fucking.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this shit right there.
It was that one. That one.
This one?
Yeah,
this
one's
one's sick.
Yeah, it was that one that I used to always tell people, this is the one. This is the one that's coming out. It's confirmed.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, if you keep scrolling, there's some wild ones, dude. Like,
Now we got. Oh, this one's interesting. What the fuck is this?
yeah, that's wild.
What?
Dude, everybody
Like
was so concerned about the fucking what is that? That is the craziest fucking controller I've ever seen.
Which one?
The one with the screen on it.
Oh yeah, it's like I think this is supposed to be the Xbox PSP version.
Oh, that's kind of nuts. That'd be dope.
But there's no buttons on it, so I don't know. What this is.
We'd have to
supposed
play with
be.
the controller. Hook a controller up to it.
It's like it's got like a pyramid in the.
Yeah,
That's so weird.
that'd be nuts.
Oh, I remember this one.
Yep.
Xbox 720.
Look at that picture up there. Says leaked. Clickbait back in the day.
I know. This one, someone actually made this. I'm pretty sure.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. Pretty hefty though. I don't know.
Why
if you
does it
wanna,
wait? Scroll up.
Alright.
Why does that one look like the PS5? 23 Xbox 720 mock-ups. That looks like the PS5, bro.
Yeah.
That's kind of nuts.
Alright, should we get back to the...
Yeah, my bad. I remember like telling people when I was young, dude. That's the one. That's the one.
I remember when we heard the Xbox, when it was going to be called Xbox One, I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean Xbox One?
I know. And then, dude, because I got an Xbox Series X on release, and I remember thinking, I'm like, dude, why did they name it that? The Xbox Series X. Like, that is so garbage.
Well, I think it's because they release like two different consoles, basically.
I know, but just name them like something different, like something not garbage.
I don't know. Microsoft's fucking up, man.
But anyway, back to this. My bad. I just flared off into something completely different.
Let me go to the Washington Post article. So, the Federal Trade Commission will appeal a decision made by a federal judge in California that overruled its attempt to block Microsoft from buying video game maker Activision, according to court documents filed on Wednesday. So they are planning on making an appeal. I'm probably as shocked as everyone else that a federal judge overruled the FTC from doing this.
Well,
Because it's literally their job to stop and prevent mergers from happening that are going to be too constrict the market too much.
Yeah.
Like it's within their purview.
So this is why Disney can run the whole world and be completely monopoly free.
And you know what's really weird is that it's a judge in California. I'm very surprised because judges in California typically are left leaning, so I don't know why they would overrule this decision to break up a big company like this.
Because when you look at it, like, I don't actually see a problem with it, only because, like, what are the biggest console? Like, it's Xbox and PlayStation. That's it. Like, there's no other. I mean, there's like what the one that.
Well, okay, so
Google. Wait, doesn't Google have one? It's like.
Well, Google the Stadia, but it failed.
Stadia, yeah, it failed. Yeah, of course it did.
Well, okay, so companies can integrate in two different ways. There's vertical integration and horizontal integration. Horizontal integration is when you're buying, so let's say Microsoft just straight up bought PlayStation. So let's say that happened. They're a direct competitor. That would be horizontal integration, which at that point Xbox would have a monopoly on the market. So that's one way Microsoft could be a monopoly, is by just buying another console producer in the console market. So then they would become the sole, well, except for Nintendo, obviously, but they would become the sole console maker. The other way is what this specifically is right here, is vertical integration. So what you do is you buy different companies along the supply chain. So you're buying companies that actually produce the games that go on your console and stuff like that. So it could be like supply chain stuff where they buy up supply chains where they actually produce like physical copies of discs and stuff, or they can buy the actual devs, all the developers, and that would be vertical integration. So that's what a lot of these bigger companies are doing, like Sony and Microsoft. They're buying developers so then that they can have exclusives and shit. So that's the biggest concern, is having.
I feel like that's worse.
What, the vertical integration? Buying up.
I feel like. Well, no, it's definitely not worse, but I feel like Sony has done that a lot. Like, I feel like they are like, why haven't they been questioned, or why hasn't it gone through like?
Well, Sony. So the thing is that we have our own, regulations when it comes to that. So we can't. Obviously we can't dictate to Sony, what they can do in Japan or whatever. But we can dictate in our, like, if they try to merge or try to acquire a company in the United States, we can prevent that from happening.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of their games are absolutely insane. And honestly, Xbox just got unlucky too, because Sony bought Spider-Man from Marvel. So I mean,
that was way, way back in the day, though.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The Xbox just got unlucky. Like, and the Marvel game that came out on Xbox was just ass. So I don't really
The
know
one-
what else to tell you.
The one thing that this was a while back ago. So this is back when I was playing Destiny. I was actually very astonished, but Bungie, which used to have exclusive with Xbox, like Halo 3, the Halo games used to be exclusive to Xbox, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And Bungie, said we're gonna drop the Halo games. We're gonna give them to 343 Industries, which I cry every time. But I mean, I guess it doesn't matter now because Bungie's fucking up with Destiny, anyways. So, anyways, Bungie decided to do exclusives for Destiny on PlayStation. Like there was exclusive, not raids. There's exclusive weapons. There was exclusive strike missions, and I think there was some other exclusives that you could get on PlayStation, but you couldn't get on Xbox, and Xbox would get them later down the line.
Okay.
Well, for some of them. And it's just like, what is Microsoft doing? Like letting Sony getting all these exclusives and shit.
Right.
Like where are the deals going on with Microsoft? Are they just fucking up? I don't understand. Like you've already worked that's a key thing. You already worked with Bungie before and you had an exclusive game and now they moved to Sony. So what are you doing wrong to not be able to keep them as an exclusive?
Right. I mean, probably nothing. Probably the way I look at it, it's kind of like they don't care.
Yeah.
Like they would rather have the game grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think Sony is very unique. PlayStation is very unique because it basically limits who can play their games, and they want it that way.
Yeah.
They don't want people. They want people to have to go buy their console versus Xbox, who allows their games to be on PC and Xbox. You know what I mean? But I guess they profit from both.
Well, I think they should. I think the game should be on PC if they want to make them exclusive for like specific consoles. I mean, I don't even really agree with exclusives, if I'm being honest. I think exclusives are whack.
But like again, think about what Sony's doing. They're forcing you to go buy their console.
Well, exactly, and I don't think you should be forced into buying
a
console.
Then you just don't. Yeah, they're not really forcing you, but if you want to play this game, you gotta come. You know.
I know, but it's like, well, say God of War never released to anything else. Like, let's say it was still on PlayStation, which I'm pretty sure the older games are still on PlayStation. And I just want to bring this up real quick. PlayStation, your weird like subscription that you do for older games, where you have to you basically stream the game to your console, is ass. Yeah. Let me download the game. Don't fucking make me do that. Anyways. Because I tried to play the older, I tried to play the older God of Wars, and I had to do that. And my internet was kind of trash at that point in time, and I was lagging so bad, bro.
Yeah,
I was tweaking.
That's insane, bro. That's like, ugh, that's
dude. And the thing is, I think you had to still download parts of the game anyways, so you have gigabytes on your fucking PlayStation, but you still have to stream it to your, like, it's ridiculous. Anyways,
is garbage.
So let's say Spider-Man, let's say God of War, let's say what's another big PlayStation game? Well, Bloodborne. I mean, a lot of the Bloodborne's still on PlayStation. It's still an exclusive on PlayStation.
Is the Horizon games exclusive?
Horizon games, yeah, they're exclusive.
Those are huge too.
Like, these games are like super popular. I mean, it's like the same thing with Nintendo. Nintendo has like some of the most popular
Nintendo's
games as well.
They're never merging. They're never fixing their online play. They're never doing any of that.
Yeah. If you want to be able to play those games like ever in your entire life, you literally have to buy It's just like, dude, should I have like I have a computer. I know my computer could run any game that you send my way. So you really are gonna make me buy your console instead of letting me buy the games? Like the thing is the games. If you could buy the games on other devices, the people that helps is the developers.
Yeah.
It doesn't really help Sony, and doesn't really help unless they own the developer, maybe. And it doesn't really help Nintendo, but it's just like, bro, I don't want to buy like 5 different consoles just to play like every hot game that's out, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the only thing that we can be thankful for is that there's only 3 consoles that are actually played on.
The problem that I have is like, I don't want to have to buy each one, so I'm just not going to play the game. You know what I mean? Like, I have a Switch, but it's like I never use it. Like, I bought it because I wanted to play Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
And then I got it, and I was just like, okay, cool. Like, I don't know.
Smash Bros is fun, but you have to like.
I had a PS4 for like 6 months, and I played the Uncharted game that was out at the time.
Yeah.
And that's another one.
The Uncharted games are on PC now, I believe.
Yeah, they are on PC now, yeah. But they were exclusive.
Yeah.
And then I sold it because I was like, at the time, I had an Xbox One. So I was like, I don't need both.
Yeah.
And so I sold it, and I haven't had a PlayStation since. So like all the games that I could have played, I'm just like, whatever. Like I'll just stick to Xbox.
Well, the thing is like, you're also, whatever console you're going to be on is where your friends are on.
Exactly. And most of my friends had Xbox, so I was like,
yeah.
But the other thing that Sony has that Microsoft can't compete with is the PSP and the PS Vita. Like,
yeah,
you're not competing with that at all.
Well, those are dead friggin'
They are,
things
but,
now,
dude, the PSP was way ahead of its time. If that came out now, oh my goodness, bro. I can't.
Imagine if you could download the actual games instead of carrying those discs that you had.
Well, that's what the PS Vita did.
Yeah.
The PS Vita did. Yeah, the PS Vita allowed you to download all the same games that you had on your PlayStation 4. And so I could literally be playing a game on my PS4, right? And then I could pause it, and if I had to leave, I could switch it to my PS Vita right where I left off. So it was like, it was synced like that. So like if I was playing God of War, I could pause it, turn my PlayStation 4 off, go right to my PS Vita, and keep playing if I got to go catch a flight. Now I'm playing God of War on my PS Vita right where I left off. That's insane.
That's what they're trying to do with the Steam Deck.
Yeah,
someone let me know if the Steam Deck is fire or what.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, that was so ahead of its time. Like people, it was so ahead of its time. People didn't even realize what it was. Like, bro, you had a literal console. You had a literal console in your hands. The screen was pretty massive for the time. It was pretty massive. You had a literal PlayStation.
The screen is actually still pretty good. Like it's bigger than like your phone. I'm pretty sure.
Here, I have my Switch right here. I'm gonna compare it.
Oh, it's definitely not as big as a Switch though.
Oh no, but that's what I'm saying. I haven't even pulled my Switch out in about 17 decades. My daughter has completely trashed this thing. No, I'm gonna be honest with you, because I have the light. Oh shit! I have the light, so I don't have the.
Wait, you have the actual. You have the actual. Okay, the screen is. I mean, the screen's
I would say the
bigger.
PSP is pretty close.
I think the PSP is longer and not as wide, but that one has a wider screen for sure.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure the PSP is wider.
Excuse my disgusting screen. I got a 2-year-old. Literally Hasn't even turned this thing on. But
You should hang on to it. Introduce her to the
oh,
Mario
yeah,
games.
she's going to as soon as she's capable of not being a spaz. But no, seriously, like that thing, I can't even wrap my head around it because I had one when I was young, and like I didn't even realize what it was. Like I was just like, oh, it's just like a, you know what I mean? I could pop a game in. It's like a Nintendo DS. I can pop a game into it and go. But like now that I'm looking
Yeah.
back at it, the graphics on that thing, everything was just
Yeah.
insane. Like I cannot believe that they. Well, I can't believe that they died because just like the Nintendo DS, everybody had a DS, and then
Yeah.
bitches crashed. And then they
DS
came out with like,
fire, by the way.
oh yeah,
I
DS was
want to
fire.
I want to make one brief mention. So, Josh had a Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah,
I
the
found
big ones,
out-
right? They're big as
Yeah.
hell. Yeah.
Well, so you can like play it in 3D. Like there's like
Yeah.
a 3D mode.
Yeah.
I think you had to wear glasses for it. I'm not sure. But if you didn't want the 3D capabilities, they made a Nintendo 2DS after that. I'm pretty sure.
That's insane. They probably
But
did.
you could still play the 3DS games, but it wasn't 3D, obviously.
That's hilarious. They always be doing weird stuff like that, but like just like the Nintendo DS, everything's gonna die. Like
Yeah.
nobody plays 360.
What about
Nobody-
Wii, bruh? That
Yeah,
Wii
the
is
Wii
fucking-
died too. The Wii died too. They don't even make them anymore, and they stopped all online services for it.
Did they?
Yeah, because it's just it's that they had like one good last run where they put out like, I think it was called like the Wii U, and it was kind of like the same thing. It was like a little handheld device that
Yeah.
could hook up to your Wii. It was called the Wii U, so it became like
Oh
portable.
yeah, the Wii U. Yeah.
And
yeah.
then that was like their last good run, and then it was just like there was just not enough.
After that, yeah.
Yeah, there's just not enough players. So
I
mean-
mean, that's the last thing I remember from the Wii. They didn't produce anything else, did they? For Wii?
no. After that, they just went to the new Nintendo Switch and stuff, but it was like years later.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Do you-
kind of the
do
Wii
you-
U is where like the Switch and the like that's where it stems from.
We're so off topic right now, but
I know we are.
do you remember when PlayStation came out with the Wii like controllers, the motion sensor controllers?
Yeah,
or no?
I had that as
And
well.
the-
I
and the
had that as well,
circles,
dude.
The
I
spheres
love-
on them.
Yes, bro. I loved the disc golf game that came
Yeah.
with that. Bro, the disc golf game was like, because like on Wii you had like these little avatars, but
Yeah.
on the PlayStation version, it was like you were like real people. So like the disc golf, my dad and I used to play that all the time, dude. It was so much fun. Like I'm not even kidding. It was crazy fun.
Yeah.
And like they came with that little camera, like the Xbox Connect, I think it was called.
Yeah, they
It-
connect.
It came with like
That
this
shit-
camera, but dude, the camera was like a webcam,
Yeah.
and you could literally, it was like you were in the game basically. So like, yeah, we used to play this disc golf game, and like the graphics at the time were good for the time, so it looked
Yeah.
real. But like you would like throw a disc, and like it would go through, and like the trees would be like wavy. And like, dude, it was legit. It was a lot of fun, dude. Like
Yeah.
I actually wish they would have, because they came out with it for the PS4 too. But
Yeah.
I don't know why that stuff doesn't work, bro. Like the interactive stuff like that, to me, that's a lot of fun.
Well, they're doing VR now, so.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But VR hasn't really been that successful. Let's be honest.
Well, yeah. I mean, most of the really immersive stuff is like super expensive, like those running pads and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
But,
I'm on the fence about VR. Like I don't know if I
Yeah.
want to dabble into it. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know. I think as it develops, it'll be good. Did you? Well, it's not even VR. It's like it's AR. It's augmented.
it's AR. Yeah.
Reality for
The Apple glasses,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. It's so expensive.
Dude, that's insane, bro. That is going to be nuts. We're gonna have to do a whole other podcast about that, like when it gets closer, because I'm telling you,
Yeah.
that's insane. Like I watched the trailer like 50 times because I just couldn't even believe it. I'm like, this is happening now. Like this is gonna be real life.
I only saw the pictures
Bro,
from the event.
They literally, it's going to be like 24/7 accessible. So like
Yeah.
you can just wear it all day long. Like obviously you're probably
No
gonna
one's gonna wear that shit all day, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, there's some weird motherfuckers out
There's
there.
gonna be some weird
that are gonna pay the $4,000 for
they're
it.
gonna it's just to flex on people.
Literally,
just to flex on
they're gonna be
people.
walking through the grocery store with their list up. Like right in front of them, their list is gonna be right here, and they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I need that," and they're gonna be like, "I'll never forget a thing. I'll never forget."
Dude, Google in the back in the day were like they had concept for the Google glasses that were like regular glasses. If we could like size those down to like everyday use, like I would wear those, but not the big fucking.
Yeah, these things are goggles, bro. Looks like you're going snowboarding 24/7.
You're going scuba diving, bro.
Like, yeah, I ski in my free time.
Should I read more of this article or?
Yeah, my bad. Got way off topic there.
So on Tuesday, the judge ruled that Microsoft should be allowed to proceed with its roughly $69 billion acquisition as soon as this week. It was a major blow to the FTC, which had argued the merger would contribute to consolidation in tech and was anti-competitive because it could allow Microsoft to offer certain popular video game titles exclusively on its own Xbox gaming consoles. I mean,
okay.
Well, yeah.
But my question is, who else needs, like Sony? Yeah. Okay, like they have so many more exclusives than Xbox right now. It's almost like Xbox is just trying to catch up. Xbox is trying to get to that next level. Xbox is nowhere near PlayStation.
The thing is I don't think Microsoft, or I mean, this could be wrong. I'm not sure. It would be another thing if they were like buying new like startup tech companies like this, like say, I mean, I don't know how many people have the funds for this. Like Google tried to do the Stadia. So let's say a company tried to make another console. I don't think it would make it in the market. I mean, maybe it would, but it's just it
would have to be nuts. It would have to be like,
it would have to be crazy.
The best thing since sliced bread, like literally.
I like for this. These are like natural monopolies, which the FTC will allow natural monopolies to form. So if you are the sole producer because like you just innovated a product and that you're like the only company that can make it, or the only company that is able to like stand in the industry, basically, like you're fine. Like it doesn't matter if you're a monopoly in that case, but it's when you start like shutting down like other companies that are trying to grow in.
Mm-hmm. And you're just like, okay, I'll buy you.
Which a lot of the social media sites do. Like Instagram wasn't owned by Facebook at one point in time, and now it is. Mm-hmm. They're starting Threads. Like the stranglehold that Facebook and Twitter have over the social media market. Like I feel like that might be worse.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
But then again, it's kind of like they don't, because was Vine Twitter?
Vine?
I think Vine was Twitter. They failed.
Well, Vine just fell off after a while.
Yeah.
I was never into Vine, bro.
TikTok is huge. So I mean, they do have a good grasp over like what would you call it? Kind of like
I mean, just social media.
Yeah, social media, but it's a different kind of social media, because TikTok is more like a more entertainment.
It's short form media, I guess.
Yeah. It's more entertainment versus like Facebook, which is like personal.
Yeah.
And you see what I'm saying? I don't really know how they categorize. I mean, I guess it's just social media, but For me, it's kind of different. Like I don't use TikTok, but if I were to use TikTok, I wouldn't use it to go see what my buddy fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't use it to go like a picture. Like I don't know. It's hard to explain, but like you get what I'm saying. You get the point.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm trying to think of other social media even Tinder is something like a social media platform technically.
Yeah.
So
it's
like
a dating website, but there's like so many different types of dating websites.
Well, yeah, even Facebook has it. Facebook has
Do
dating.
they have,
Yeah, right on their homepage.
dating?
Right on their homepage, you could go on there and Facebook dating.
No one wants to date on Facebook.
I'm
bro.
telling
Only
you, bro.
people-
There's probably more people on that than eHarmony nowadays.
Wow, that might be true, but that's just because they have like almost, I don't know what percentage of people are on Facebook, but it's like a billion. Well, it's more than a billion. It's like a ridiculous amount of people on Facebook.
It's like basically the whole world. It's like basically if you're alive, you have a Facebook. Like
everyone in the mamas.
People are literally creating Facebooks for their children.
Yeah.
At like when they're babies, so that they could save all their pictures and stuff. Like literally everybody, pretty much if you're born,
That's
you
weird,
have a
bro.
Facebook. Yeah,
That's weird.
They do that. My sister did that for my niece. I'm not kidding.
You should have told your sister she's weird for
I
that.
did tell her, but like that's what I'm saying. Like I get it. I do really get it, but I feel like there's also a lot of space that they haven't. Well, that's not true because Facebook did do dating. So, I mean, if you're categorizing it, I think you're right about that because they have Marketplace, which is like eBay. They have dating. They have, obviously, there's regular social media. They have videos. They have reels. They have
Threads
now. Like, bro, this is like getting a little Disney-ish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if Disney were to come through and buy Facebook, and the world might be over.
Dude, Disney owns so many different. I don't understand how Disney hasn't been broken
I don't.
up yet.
I remember you and I had this conversation like 4 years ago.
How are they even able to acquire Marvel, bro?
Yeah,
like I don't understand.
Dude, how are they able to acquire anything that they acquired?
Yeah.
Like, what do they've recently just bought something? Wasn't it Fox? Like, wasn't that recent or am I bugging?
I don't know.
Like Fox News?
Did they buy Fox News?
Yeah,
I don't think they did.
I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah, this could make me look up stuff. List of acquisitions.
Yeah, let's see this.
Recently, 2019, 21st Century Fox, not Fox News.
Okay, my bad, not Fox News, but 21st Century Fox. Come on. That's like one of the biggest movie, you know what I'm saying?
They got Lucasfilm, they got Marvel. Wait, they acquired Marvel back in 2009?
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Anyways, they own way too much shit, bro.
Just the fact that there's a website dedicated. Okay, it's Wikipedia, but still. The fact that they have to do that is unbelievable. They own way too much shit.
All right, let me read more of this article. Microsoft executives said in court that they had no plans to limit customer access to video game titles, and the judge ultimately ruled in the company's favor. But the FTC, which has gone after big tech companies aggressively under the Biden administration, where? Like, what companies? Like, I'm legitimately asking, like, what big tech companies have they gone under or gone after?
Why?
I mean,
what's the purpose?
What?
Why I don't understand why they're gonna go after it. Like, why would they appeal it?
What do you mean?
It says big tech companies aggressively under the Biden administration plans to appeal that decision.
The FTC, which has gone after big tech companies aggressively under the Biden admin, plans to appeal the decision according to the new court documents.
Oh, so okay, no, I read that.
They're
I
gonna
read
make
that
an
wrong.
appeal to the higher. Yeah,
I
the
got you.
FTC's making the appeal.
I got you. Yeah, no,
Because
I
the
read
federal
that completely wrong.
judge shut it down.
Yeah.
But yeah, what big? I'm legitimately curious. What big tech companies has the FTC actually gone after in recent years?
I don't know.
If someone gets to this point in the video, let me know what big tech companies they've gone after.
All right, yo, hold up. I drank too many liquids and now I gotta piss. I'll be right back.
I figured it out.
What is it?
I figured it out. Why these judges in California are letting this fucking go by?
Mm-hmm.
Because Silicon Valley's in California, buddy. Silicon Valley is where all the big tech stuff is coming out of.
Makes sense.
I mean, maybe that's why, I don't know. But
Wouldn't surprise me.
it wouldn't surprise me. Anyways, so that appeal is likely to be filed soon as a temporary order currently blocking the acquisition will expire in the coming days. Microsoft did not immediately respond to a request for comment. The FTC declined to comment. The decision in Microsoft's favor, while not unexpected, I mean, I think that is unexpected, at least for me it is a major setback for antitrust regulators who have pursued a new, more aggressive strategy under current chair Lena Khan. The FTC also sued to block Meta's acquisition of augmented reality startup Within. I've never even heard of this, but a judge also decided to allow the acquisition to proceed. So see, they're buying another. That must be what the. Oh no, this is Meta. I was thinking of Apple. So this is AR startup Within. I've never heard of Within before, but there you go. But a judge also decided to allow that acquisition to proceed. The FTC's approach on fighting consolidation in the tech industry is wide-ranging. So, should I explain why this is weird to me? From a governmental perspective.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the FTC, which is a part of the administrative branch, okay? So, they can't technically create laws and stuff unless Congress, because Congress has been doing this a lot. That's what a lot of administration, that's what the FDA can do. They can make regulations, which are just laws. Congress gives purview to federal administrations, which are the enforcers. So that administrative branch enforces the laws, okay? And Congress can also give them the ability to create laws around the specific topics that they're after. So FDA, the Food, Drug, and Administration, can regulate food stuff, right?
Right.
So the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, has purview over the federal trade. So any big economic mergers and stuff like that, they should have purview over.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, how are they getting, to me, I don't understand how they're getting blocked. Like, I would have to understand the reasoning. I just don't get it. That's what the administration for the FTC is literally for. They're supposed to go in, stop mergers that are potentially going to lead to monopolies from happening. Like, that's their whole point. I mean, I guess a judge could still prevent them from doing it. I don't understand how they're getting blocked from doing it, especially when it comes to companies like these, because these companies are already so massive. They already have such a stranglehold on like social media and the gaming markets. I don't see how the FTC could be blocked from doing this, if I'm being honest. But I don't know.
They just get fucked, I guess.
I mean, I guess, well, that would explain why a lot of companies haven't been broken up in recent years, if they're just getting shot down every time they try to break up big companies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just don't get it. It has brought actions against 3 times this year against Amazon, reaching 2 privacy settlements and suing the company for allegedly tricking customers into signing up for auto-renewing Prime memberships that are hard to cancel. Are they hard to cancel?
Yeah, that I actually saw that when did I see this? It was like a couple weeks ago. There was like people who literally didn't know how to cancel it, so they were just being charged and like they would try to get a hold of them and like they just like wouldn't let them cancel. I saw that a few weeks ago actually, and I completely forgot about it until you just said that. I don't know if they wouldn't let them cancel, but like it was like super difficult.
Yeah, I mean
cancel.
they can still if it is so obvious
Yeah, and I
that
think it
it's
was. I think it was. That's the problem.
yeah, if it's so obvious that it's purposely made difficult to cancel
Yeah.
subscriptions and stuff like that, yeah, I mean your company can be sued because because of the difficulty. Yeah. I think this is it from this article.
I'm pretty
But, yeah.
sure we covered that pretty well, plus some. So
Yeah, plus like 5-10 other topics. Anyways,
it's good content.
we can have a laugh now if we want to see the one kid
Oh yeah,
in that gaming cafe.
let's watch this dude get his ass beat by his parents.
So,
Oh my god, just straight into it. No parental advisory or anything.
let me make sure the audio's working.
You have it X'd out.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just making sure that it's connected on.
Oh okay.
Whatchamacalled? Yeah.
Damn, his mom was even getting hits in there.
Let me rewind it.
Watch, his mom's like,
Jesus, bro.
his mom's like, let me hold his arms. You hit everywhere else.
So they are in a gaming cafe, which are very popular, and I don't know if this is Japan or what. Could be China.
Bro, nope. Oh my god, he's using the keyboard.
All right, let me pause it real quick. So this is an internet cafe. Basically, you can go in and buy time to play on computers and stuff. You just rent out a space, basically, and you can. Some people actually live in these internet cafes. Like they'll because it's cheaper than renting an apartment, and they just want to game mostly. Some of these internet cafes, they have like actual like each of these are separate. They have different like doors that you can go into and shit.
Yeah.
And people will sleep in the internet cafe.
That's crazy.
I
need to start one of these, bro.
Yeah. Internet cafes are interesting. But apparently this guy who's getting his ass beat, we'll play this in a second, spent his family's life savings on a game. I'm not sure what game it is, but 45,000 buckaroos of savings. And yeah, so you can probably tell why he's getting his fucking ass beat as hard as he is.
Dude, everybody else there is just minding their own business too.
Oh, he's got his leg.
He got him on his head, bro. Get him in a swirly. You guys don't know, but there's actually a toilet over there. He's about to give him a swirly.
Dude, he's laughing. This guy's laughing.
Dude, he's just minding his own business. His mom's stomping him out right now.
Dude, how do you even spend that much money on in-game purchases, bro?
That's insane. I don't know. I haven't even... Oh my
Dude,
God.
that is some major damage he's throwing down there. He's throwing fucking haymakers on his ass.
Mom. Dude, his mom's got her hand up too, bro. She goes down on him too. I'll tell you what, my kid spent my last 45K.
Time to fuck.
I'd tape her to the ceiling.
I want to know what they're saying, bro. Even bashing the keyboard on him.
He's trying to get like malicious with it, bro. He's trying to be a demon about it. He's like, I'm gonna beat your ass with the game you spent $45,000 on.
Yeah.
That
I think
is
it's
insane.
I think it's pretty clear this kid is dead to his family.
Oh, for sure. For sure. After that ass whooping, he ain't coming home. You better live in the internet cafe.
A
That's
16-year-old.
That's crazy.
How did he have access to the...
He probably stole it.
Stole it? That's fucking crazy.
I mean, I don't
bro.
know. I don't know them. I don't know if he stole it, but I mean, how else? Maybe his parents just trusted him, and he had like a card that had all the money on it, and he's just like this, ching 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 ching. How do you not notice that? Like, you just look down at your phone one day and realize that $45,000 is missing. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
how do you even let him get to that point?
I have no idea. Source of info.
Oh, look at that angle. Is that a different angle?
Yeah. Let's click on... Let's see if we can see anything else. Obviously, we can't read this shit. No, it's the same. It's just kind of turned... I have no idea what this site
It's
is.
just Chinese.
Alright, let's back out.
Well, is that Chinese or Japanese?
It said Chinese. The translation did, so... Like Google Translate on it said it.
He said, "Wow, 45,000 on a video game is crazy."
Crazy. Yeah. Does anyone know what game it was? My sources say it was the Pip World Close Alpha. Wait, this guy's just promoting his game. Shut up, bro.
Mhm.
No one cares.
I bet he won't do it again. I bet he doesn't have $45,000 to spend. I can bet you that.
Here before the community note? Wait, is there a community note? Let me reload it. There's no community note on this. There's another one. This video is from 2019. It is not implied anywhere that the kid spend his parents' life savings in games. Okay, where is a 16-year-old getting 45K? Is my question.
Yeah.
If it's not like life savings or at least savings in general.
Dude, I think that's even worse that they're just beating his ass because he's playing video games instead of studying. I think that's worse.
Well, I guess it depends. Like how obsessed is he with the gaming stuff that like
He's like, I'm going to the
is he
internet cafe.
is he literally failing all his classes?
He's like, I'm going to the internet cafe to study. They show up and he's sitting there playing Apex. It's like, time to get your ass beat, kid. You deserve this.
Yeah. I don't know. It's pretty funny. I mean, if the kid spent like savings, especially if it was their life savings. I mean, we don't know for sure, but I definitely think this kid should get his ass beat for that. Maybe not as bad as he was getting it, but the kid needs to get his ass beat.
He deserved it.
Like if any kid needed to get their ass beat, it was definitely this kid.
I could not agree more, actually.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Xander from Player's Perspective. The video you just watched is a segment from our podcast. If you like the video, you can check out our other content on YouTube, such as segments like these, or you can check out the full-length podcast. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.